Hey everyone, Mo's back online. Just a few quick words about the grooming gang scandal. So, I read the KC report a few days ago, and I think personally, in my opinion, it's kind of an understatement as to exactly how severe this whole scandal is. I mean, the major proportion of people who perpetrated these heinous crimes were coming from a Pakistani ethnic and cultural origin. That can't be denied. As much as a lot of these Labour politicians, especially Jess Phillips, trying to brush it under the carpet and trying to cover it up, no amount of covering it up will hide the truth behind this. It's not just the victims that were impacted. That I would consider serious, but it's also the covering up by politicians, by MPs, by people working the council. People working the judicial system, lawyers, barristers, people, solicitors, they were all involved in this massive cover-up. And Tommy Robinson was right. He was making this whole rant video yesterday, well, 2 days ago, talking about it. It's like every single council that was involved in covering this up was a Labour council. You know, Rotherham, Rochdale, Telford. They were all run by Labour. And that's why all of these Labour politicians, the current government in power, is trying their best to cover it up. But it's not going to happen because there's too much activism. There's too many people who actually know the truth about this. This is probably one of the biggest scandals that will go down in British history. And I think we need to do more activism on it. I think we need to expose the liars, the corrupt politicians, the corrupt judiciary that try to cover this up. They didn't think once about those victims. Did you see Jess Phillips? She appeared on BBC. She had the audacity when she was asked by, I think it was Victoria Derbyshire, were you complicit in covering this up yourself? She said no. Of course not. I admit that there were people who were complicit and complacent in covering this scandal up and not coming, and even police officers not coming forward to expose the truth that victims were affected by this, that they have been traumatized, and a lot of lies were being tossed around. But she said I wasn't involved in that cover-up. Not at all. Then why did you reject calling for a national inquiry, Jess? You are complacent in covering this up. And I also have to call out Nigel Farage as well. He came on GB News, and he also made a video on YouTube as well, denouncing, you know, all of these lies, these traitors in the Labour Party. Yeah, sure, but then he goes on and says, all those years ago, I made a whole point about the grooming gangs, and I talked about it. No, you didn't, Nigel. You were, from what I know, from the research that I've done, you were obsessed with the whole Brexit thing and how the United Kingdom is still strapped under the control of the EU. That's all you were talking about. You didn't speak. I don't remember once hearing you speak anything about the grooming gangs and expose the truth about them. And you throwing Tommy under the bus gives me all I need to know. I think Tommy Robinson really deserves an apology from Nigel Farage, Richard Tice, all of these establishment types. They're trying to take the credit for this whole scandal, trying to say, oh, my party's going to fix it. I'm the right politician to get in on it and find a solution, to find justice for the victims. So it doesn't matter who's doing it. It's the victims that we need to think about, right? And the fact that the Reform Party still won't bring back Rupert Lowe into the party and apologise to him for the most awful, appalling treatment towards Rupert Lowe. The fact that he, as an independent MP, has to start his own grooming gang inquiry without any statutory powers just exposes the Reform Party. They don't actually think about the victims. They're just thinking about themselves. They want to further their own interests. And that's what pisses me off about the Reform leadership. But this whole video is supposed to be about the grooming gangs. But I think more and more people are waking up to it. Tommy Robinson's right. Every single person in Britain should be angry about this. Because the government is involved in this. The taxes that we pay, council tax, income tax, all of this goes to a government that lied to us and tried to keep things under the rug involving young white working class girls under the age of 18, teenage girls, whatever, being sexually assaulted, raped, tortured, suffering under the hands of demented and twisted Pakistani men. The truth has to come out soon. It will come out sooner or later, and we need to do a lot more activism. And I think it's happening already. There's going to be a football lads march on the 28th of June this month. It's going to be in London. I should be able to go to that one because I'm hopping over to London to see Iron Maiden live, so I should be able to make it. I'll make a separate video about it, but spread the word. Keep looking at this space on social media, on X, on YouTube, because I don't trust this Labour Party in the way that they're going to handle this national inquiry. They're going to say there's not enough evidence to mount it up in order to make a clear case about who the perpetrators were. I don't think there's going to be any conclusions drawn, especially when the Labour Party are responsible for covering this up. They're not really going to take this inquiry seriously. So sooner or later the truth is going to come out, but it's not going to be told by any Labour politician, by any Reform politician. It's going to be told by people who actually care about the victims. That's all I have to say. Be sure to let me know what you think down in the comments below. It's Carly Mo's clocking out. God bless, guys. See ya.